Hey future filmmaker, this is Hannah Thomas from the Future Filmmakers YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to stabilize your footage in post-production in Final Cut Pro. This footage that I'm going to stabilize for you today was footage that I captured in a wedding where the gimbal broke in the middle of the wedding. If you don't know what a gimbal is, that is a piece of equipment that stabilizes your camera, makes sure all those shots look nice and smooth. Well, mine malfunctioned in the middle of the wedding, so that was not the case. But it's okay. I'm going to show you 3 ways of how to make your footage look so perfect as if nothing ever happened, because you know, I have a bride and groom waiting for this beautiful wedding video, so it has to be perfect. In this process of editing, I have figured out how to do that. So now I'm going to share that with you so you can fix whatever problems that you're having. And I don't want you to panic because everything is fixable. And if you're curious of all the horrors that happened on that dreadful day of filming my first wedding, you can check out the video below in the description, or even just click the card that will appear at the top of the screen. My filmmaking horror story part 4 will give you the vivid details of everything that went down on that day. So my 3 steps to fixing your shaky footage are to first use post stabilization, second to straighten if you need to, because that makes a huge difference and that's something that my footage really needed. And then 3 is to use B-roll. We're gonna start with step 1 because post stabilization is the quickest and easiest way to stabilize. It is so nice, and any editing software should have some type of stabilize function. So I'm going to show you the footage. It is pretty bad.
My love, my perfect storm. I am glad
Such a sweet wedding, but my poor shaky hand trying to hold that camera still. So right now I'm in the movie mode for Final Cut Pro. I'm just going to simply click this button and it's going to do all the work for me. And I'm going to let that render. And it is that simple. I'm going to show you guys the after because it did an amazing job.
Will you have this woman to be your wife, to live together in the holy covenant of marriage? Will you love her and comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live? If so, answer, I will.
Isn't that so much better? It's like magic. But unfortunately, post-stabilization doesn't always work. Sometimes it will make the image look all glitchy and weird and just kind of like watery. It's kind of weird. So I have a trick on what you can do for footage that cannot be stabilized using post-production. This portion of the video can be stabilized. However, I don't really want the bride and groom to see me, my hands getting tired and kind of giving up right there. So I'm going to find a little piece of B-roll and put it right over this clip. If you don't know what B-roll is, that's just a shot from another time of the day. For instance, I can find a nice clip of them sharing a kiss from a video from later in the day and put it right over this clip, hiding my mistake. So this will also work for any image that is not able to be stabilized using post-production. You can just smack a little B-roll over it and be like, I meant to do that. No one will ever know. So let's find a little B-roll and hide my mistake. I got a nice one of them walking. I have some nice ones of them kissing, but I've used them so much later in the video that I don't think I should use them again. The thing is, they haven't really shared their first kiss as like a married couple, so it doesn't really fit. I think them walking would fit better. Oh, that was also handheld, guys. I was having a rough day. Just be sure that it covers every single frame of your shaky footage. But that looks a lot better because we've hid our shakiness. But this video is also shaky, so I'm gonna go ahead and stabilize that one as well. Now my last tip is to straighten your footage, and I want to show you exactly how to do that. if you're filming something handheld and the image is coming out shaky, it is also very likely that your image is also coming out crooked. So you can tell because any image with any lines in it, it's very obvious when it's not straight. You can see that part of the wood here, but it disappears as we get down, and this is obviously pretty crooked. But that is also an easy fix in Final Cut Pro, so there are no worries at all if you're having the same issue as I am. We're gonna go to the rotation tool under transform. We're just gonna play around with these numbers. I have been starting with -1. It's very difficult for me to tell if it's straight until I start using scale. So what scale is gonna do is you can tell that there's more black over here because all it did was rotate the image. It didn't fill in places where there were no image, so you have to scale it in order to fully see what it's going to look like. And it looks like we're still crooked, so we're gonna keep playing around with this. Rotate, then scale to fill in the black, and that looks pretty straight to me. So we've fixed all the problems, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what this video ended up looking like, and I guarantee you will not be able to tell that my gimbal broke in the middle of the wedding. So if you ever are without a stabilizer because you're new to filmmaking, or if you have a stabilizer malfunction in the middle of filming something very important, there's nothing to worry about because there's a lot that you can do in post. I always suggest to get the smoothest footage as possible because it will leave a lot less work for you in the editing room, but if mistakes happen, then there's really no need to panic because you can fix it in post. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. We do short films, editing tutorials, After Effects videos. We do collabs with future filmmakers on the holidays. We also do interviews with future filmmakers and tell you a little bit about their story, how they became successful in their filmmaking careers. There's just a lot of stuff that we do. I'm gonna shut up now and show you guys this wedding video because I'm sure you are very curious to see how it turned out. And remember to never stop creating because it's our turn to make it happen.
Michael, you may kiss your bride.
But I know a love like this doesn't come around every day, and I just can't bring myself to give up right now. Not this way, 'cause I love you and I wanna hold you when we're old and gray. Oh, a love like this don't come around, don't come around every day. Sure of myself or anyone else, but here I am with you. So I put my hesitations on the shelf, 'cause this is what I choose. This will be the easiest thing if I let it, and I can't be too afraid to fall. So I'm leaving everything on the table. You can have my heart. Oh, I know a love like this doesn't come around every day, and I just can't bring myself to give up right now. Not this way, 'cause I love you and I wanna hold you when we're old and gray. Oh, a love like this don't come around, don't come around every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. So I'm leaving everything on the table, 'cause you can have my heart. Oh, I know a love like this doesn't come around every day, and just can't bring myself to give up right now. Not this way, 'cause I love you and I wanna hold